10 years is a long time. Welcome to the channel, my friends. This is a drawing that I did almost 11 years back. The things that I think does not help this drawing to look exactly like the person that I wanted to draw, that is Shah Rukh Khan, were proportions. Because the shading and the smudges or the blending that I tried with my fingers obviously were good enough, but proportions is what makes a portrait exactly very much alike to the person. That is why I thought, let's redraw it. Now when I have had so much of practice of drawing these many portraits over the years, I thought let's redraw and revisit the drawing that I did 11 years back. Why I chose this drawing, or exactly this poster figure, that is Shah Rukh Khan's movie My Name is Khan had this poster where he was looking on the right side. So I chose this because I remember one person, my physics teacher actually, he said that you have good grip on shading skills, whereas because it did not look like Shah Rukh Khan, I really hated my drawing. I thought that I was not good at this, but sir told me that you are good at this, your shading skills are good, so you should carry on doing it. Maybe you can grow better. So I must say that his words were seriously golden. That helped me when I kept on drawing every week at least. Maybe a year I was really busy, I could not concentrate much on drawing, but otherwise I have kept on drawing it. So I was not good at this, but yes, too much of practice helped me realize that I can draw a person and that can look exactly like the person I try to draw. So back to the drawing, what I did, as I always say, that try to avoid smudges with your hands. And for that, what I did is I started with the hair. I remember in the previous drawing, I actually did the hair really well. That time I had no idea about blending. I had never heard of stomps. But now, not only that I have bought stomps, but I have made a handmade one, and that's really helpful. So what blending exactly does is it brings out the realism. Like, as you can see, I'm using my handmade stomp, and that helps me bring that skin tone, that is the gray kind of a color, which if you see in black and white images, these look similar. So with more practice maybe I can go better, but since I try to keep that sense of art, that art style alive, I think I do not go for ultra realism, like exactly like a photograph. What I try to achieve is the looks of the human being with all the proportions correct. As far as the dimensions are concerned, the photograph may be smaller or bigger, but I would set it within my mind and draw it in a sense that it fits my paper. So this came with a lot of practice, I would say, because I had failed a lot of times. Within these 11 years, I think I have failed more than was able to draw likes. Because if you even look at my older YouTube videos, I did not was not that much easy. It was not really easy for me to draw portraits every time, and all those celebrities would not have looked exactly like they look in real life. But what I did not lose is my patience, actually, because I had realized that the proportions are the most important thing in a portrait. So if I want to be a portrait artist, I need to keep that in mind, that even without any measurements, graphs, boxes, or anything of that sort, I can keep the proportion exact. With my mind, I just need to realize how far is the eye to the nose to the lips, and both the ears from the nose. So these things, if we keep in mind and keep looking while drawing, this is the most essential thing. If your eyes are watching exactly what you want to draw, then I think half the work is done. What immatured eyes do is, we think we are doing the correct proportions, but once the drawing is finished, we realize, oh, we missed it. That part was not like that. Maybe the face was not tilted that much, or we have made the face a bit kind of thick, than the chin should not have been thinner. All this happens, has always happened with every beginner. For sure with me, as I said, I failed more than I was able to be successful. So see, failure obviously is the stepping stone to success. We all know that, right? We have so many motivational speakers over YouTube. I don't need to repeat it, but what with portrait drawing, like, we all are obsessed, right? If you see, we go to any freelance websites, Fiverr, Freelancer, Upwork, we will see people are ordering for portraits of their family members, friends, loved ones, or even pet portraits. So portraits are the most asked for, I would say, drawing things or art forms, because people like to keep them with themselves. And you know what, we all know that the society runs, the art of society is kind of a mirror to what people think. So obviously we all have this sense that if we keep a drawing uh, in our collection of someone we love, that person stays with us forever. So if you also want to be a successful portrait artist, you don't need to at first think, why is it not looking exactly like what I wanted to draw? It's not the thing. Maybe you're lacking in your sight, actually. You need to see well. Like, I have heard, I'm not a singer, but I've heard that if you want to be a successful singer, you need to listen correctly. If you listen correctly, you can sing it. That's what I've heard. I don't remember from which interview of which singer, but some singer definitely said this. So I think that is similar for any art form. So the thing that for drawing it is, you need to see well, you need to see correctly, you have to exactly see what you want to draw. If you see that, then it's easy for you. One more thing about the portrait that I would like to emphasize is the eyes. Once you draw the eyes exactly like what the person is, like with maybe a photograph or a live painting or a live sketching session, if you draw the eyes exactly the way it is within that person, I think you would realize that the thing that we lose as beginners, that is the alikeness, that's gone. Now you can see the person in front of you. So you need to very much be aware that the eyes are supposed to be perfect. That's it. There is no other word. You need to make the eyes perfect. If you want to draw portraits later on in your life and whatever you want to improve, that's what I have gained with all the experience of these years of my failures, that you need to make the eyes correct. And there is a very simple trick of the eyes proportion, that is, between the two eyes there is exactly that much space for another eye. I would repeat it, that if you are drawing a face, you need to realize that the eyes have a difference of another eye in between them. That's very important. Now about materials. What has changed over these 11 years? Have I upgraded? Then yes, I did. I made this portrait, the previous one, using very cheap pencils, graphite pencils. Now I use Staedtler or Derwent pencils. It doesn't mean that I do not ever use the cheap pencils. I do, because at times the art line or the Apsara pencils, they're really good, but that doesn't mean that without any practice or something, if I use a Staedtler or similar kind of expensive pencils, I would do great. It's not. So it's all about your hard work, not about the materials. In fact, 11 years ago, I had no idea there are certain things called as charcoal pencils. Actually, I'm not a traditional art student, so I had no idea about charcoals. But still, I am using it right now, and nowadays, I realize that I missed on something. But as I said, my portrait, previous one, the issue there was proportions, not shading. Actually, when I look back, I see that the blending that I did with my fingers, they were really good. Like, for me, without much of an experience in portrait drawing, I think I fairly did good with the shading, but not with the proportions. Then once, when I made a portrait drawing where people said that, yeah, this one looks like the person that is in the photograph, that's when I realized that I have the potential, but what I need to do is hard work. I need to keep practicing, and if I do, then maybe one day it will all be very easy for me. So I would say that is yet to happen. I'm still learning. I'm still doing sketches almost every day now. As you can see in YouTube, I'm uploading every week multiple videos now, and over the Instagram I'm really very much active. So in between I will just say, please subscribe to my channel if you're not yet subscribed, because that helps me, that encourages me to keep practicing and bring these kinds of tips to you guys if required, for sure. So back to the point, that what happened, what changed in these 11 years. So yeah, my sight, the way I look at photographs, look at a person, all my surroundings, you constantly, as an artist, you need to keep looking for the artistic sense. If you look at a sky which has got awesome colors, you need to realize that if you paint it, you can just bring it down on your canvas. I'm not a good painter, but I'm just saying that this is relevant. That's what you're supposed to think. So if you want to be a portrait artist, you need to think that this one, the photograph, if you like that, let's draw it, then you need to draw it. You have to go on, keep practicing. With practice, obviously anything is achievable, and this drawing is no different, right? There is no exception or any substitute to practice. We all know that. So as a huge tip, like every other YouTuber, I would say you need to practice more if you want to be a good portrait artist. And it's not that you need to be a portrait artist for sure. There are many beginners who think that if I'm not able to draw portraits, then everything is doomed. No, it's not like that. Now you can see over the internet there are multiple art forms. There are graffitis. There is kind of doodling. Doodling is seriously popular right now. In fact, there are lots of clients who would like you to doodle for them. So doodling is very, very intense nowadays, and there are such great YouTubers, Gox, Vex, and I can keep naming them. I have more than like 300 artists over YouTube who are really, really very successful. I have followed them. I keep following them. Like, their hard work is what we need to learn from. So yeah, even if you're not good at doodles, you don't know what to doodle, you're not good at portraits, then also you can do any kind of a painting. Maybe you're good at that. Maybe you can draw things around. You are good at sceneries. So keep drawing. If you want to be an artist, you can. You surely can. You have that creative thought. You have that idea of drawing something, of creating something. That is enough, So if you have that idea, I would say just pick up the pencil or pick up whatever tool you have around you and just keep drawing. It's not that on the very first day you need very expensive materials. That's not what helps drawing portraits. It's not. You need to have an idea of the skull. That's it. The forehead, the chin part, the middle part where the eyes stand, or the nose and the lips. That's very important. I would try to bring another video with the very basics of the skull sketch, that is how to approach a portrait drawing. So hopefully that would help you guys again for the portraits. So friends, as far as this portrait is concerned, I was happy with the results. I think in these 11 years I have improved a bit for sure. I will keep doing the hard work. I will keep practicing and bringing more videos to you all. So maybe I can grow even better. So don't know what is next, but all I need to do is do my work. I have that in my hand. I do not have the result. So it's on you, but if you guys like it, then please hit the like button. And I again would remind you, if you are not subscribed, then please subscribe to my channel. That helps me, that encourages me to keep drawing every day, and that obviously may be very much helpful for the beginners. So I would like to reach everyone, all the beginners, I had got few YouTube comments, Instagram DMs that we would like to know how you draw the portraits. That is why I wanted to show that what happens when you do keep practicing. Like, you might not be talented enough, like I wasn't, so I kept on drawing. No one in my family has ever thought of being an artist, so this one was a surprise. Once, when I remember as a kid, I wanted to draw. People got surprised because they were not sure what exactly that would do. But yeah, I just wanted to create something and I liked it. So I had to do a lot of hard work, maybe, than many other talented people out there. Maybe you are, who's listening, much more talented than me. So please do not lose the hope. Keep drawing, because as everyone says that practice is the best form of doing anything. Keep practicing. Even if you are talented or good at something, you need to improve, and that is how practice would help. So, as I said, this is what the drawing finally looks like, and I was happy with that. So it made me realize that anything is achievable. Even my dream of drawing portraits someday which would look exactly like the person in the photograph, I think I have achieved it a lot more than 11 years back, what I thought about myself, my drawings. So that's it for the video. Thanks for tuning in. If you have watched it till the end, then I'm really very thankful. And if this has helped you a bit, then please share it with people who would require it. I would love to reach people who need all the tips. I would keep bringing much more tips, maybe in-depth tips or live sessions maybe later on. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, because that is very important. I love to read all your comments, and that encourages me too. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next video very soon. Bye.